Freddy and Juan are in British Columbia, traversing the remote northern Rockies 10 miles north of the U.S. border, en route to a solo miner in what may be his final season without a lifeline.
He's doing everything from digging the pay to running the plant to taking care of the tailings to putting everything up.
That's a ton of work for just one person.
He must love gold and gold mining. That's for dang sure. Well, this looks like it's it, huh, Juan?
Hey guys, how are you?
Good. You must be Terry. Juan.
Nice to meet you, Juan.
Nice to meet you, Terry.
Freddie, nice to meet you too, guys. Holy smokes, you guys made it in.
Yeah, we made it.
It's not the worst road we've been on, but it's definitely not the best road we've been on.
She really let you know that you're in the backwoods here. Gold mining is something that I've always had a passion for. On the weekends, I would go down and sit with a couple of old timers, and we were pulling out some nice size gold nuggets. My eyes kind of went to saucers. I want to know where the big guy hid his jewelry box, and I want to dig it up.
Terry bought this 247-acre placer mine from his uncle and began to follow his dream.
My wife and I started out working with a small trommel, hand bombing, you know, about 1.5 yards to 2.5 a day.
Oh, it was really exciting. We'd shovel 2-3 hours at a time, go have a beer, come back, do some more, and actually we found some really nice gold.
But Terry wanted to go bigger. In 2020, he cashed in his retirement fund and his family's life savings to upsize his trommel to a 15-ton wash plant.
I don't know the exact number, because Terry never told me, but there's a lot, like a lot. We have no savings. Everything we have is on the line.
I sunk in about 120,000 into this. Maybe to some people, 120 grand is not a lot of money, but to me, it's everything.
The huge investment has become a strain on their relationship.
Very stressful. Yeah,
Sleepless nights,
lots of those.
yes. Our fair share of arguments as a couple, you know.
All his savings sunk into the equipment. Terry hasn't been able to hire any help.
He needs help down there, but because of the big equipment, it's scary. Like, you never know what can happen, right? Anything can go wrong. I really don't feel I have a place down there because I really don't know what to do.
My dream here is to say I'm an actual miner, and if I could make this into my livelihood as I'm getting older, then I'm a super happy guy because that means I'm being successful.
You're doing all this all by yourself,
Yes,
huh?
I am.
So you're feeding the plant,
Yes.
tailings, digging the pay,
Yes.
Wow.
doing the cleanup,
Yes.
everything all by yourself.
All by myself, yes.
It's a lot of work for one guy.
It is.
Yeah.
Ton of work.
Last year was actually my really first year setting all this up, trying to get everything all up and running. And of course, it took me all summer to go through, I would say about 40, 50 yards of material.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, not much at all, you know, especially.
So that's all you've ran?
That's all I've ran through this plant,
Are you about out of savings?
pretty much.
Really?
I'm losing a lot of money doing what I'm doing. We don't have nothing in the account. It's all invested into here.
You got any of your gold?
Actually, yes, I do.
That's really good looking gold,
That's
though.
beautiful gold. What kind of gold are you needing per day to make a living in here?
Well, I would like to at least pull out an ounce every second day, you know.
So last summer, how much gold you get?
About 20 grams last year.
20 grams last year.
Yes.
Oh,
And
wow.
yeah, not much at all.
20 grams of gold is worth roughly $1,200.
What's your goal for this year?
I need to make at least 40 ounces a season to get out of the red to get into the black.
Okay.
y-
It's a
you
big
know,
jump, yeah.
Is a huge step.
Terry needs more than 50 times that amount, around $70,000 in gold, to make up his losses.
Well, let's fire the plant up and run 4 hours
let's
and
do
see
it.
what we see.
All right, that sounds good with me, guys. Okay, Freddy, firing it up!
First bucket, Wano.
Start the time.
4 hours.
First step in his process, Terry sifts out large boulders with a rock grizzly. He then feeds the pay into his 5-yard hopper feeder. A 35-foot conveyor belt carries this material to a pre-wash and shaker deck, where it is graded before it passes down into the sluices.
Pretty wet material, eh, Wano?
Yeah, very
Pretty
wet
damn.
material. You almost need the vibrator on that.
Yeah, it does. It's not gonna fall through. Stuff's just plugging up on that grizzly.
Time to go have a look here, see what's going on. This material's been sitting since last year.
So it's pretty wet, huh?
It's still wet, like it's already 2 years old. I'm very frustrated right now. I thought for sure that the material would be a little bit better. That even though I inlined my hopper feeder, it's still sticking to the inside walls. So it's actually not sliding down where it's supposed to. Let's see what the heck here. You know, I gotta bang the side, just to keep the material moving. Oh, okay.
Once through the hopper and into the shaker deck, the pay dirt splits into 3 different sluice runs: coarse, medium, and fine. A 4th run, for extra fines, passes through a centrifugal bowl that separates the gold by rotating at high speed.
What do you think, Juan?
I don't know, Brett. I'm not a big fan of that bowl.
No, I don't either.
Let me get a gold pan. I want to see what that bowl's puking out.
A centrifugal bowl is lined with rubber riffles. Mounted on a vertical shaft, it spins at over 100 RPM. This centrifugal force causes gold to travel upward along the inside of the bowl, to be pressed against the walls and caught beneath the rim. But if it becomes clogged with wet pay, gold escapes into the tailings pond.
Bit of material in there.
Two colors, Juan, or maybe 3. It's so fine that might need a magnifying glass.
Yeah, I see 2, Fred.
2 really fine ones, huh? I have a lot more faith in a really good sluice box than
I do
that
too.
bowl in there.
The problem with, those bowls, Freddie, is just there's no capacity. There's no
Yep.
capacity. Eventually it starts puking material out.
Yep. So 2 colors in, a quarter of a cup, half a cup of sand. Well, we know he's losing gold there.